What's going on, YouTube? Zach is back, bringing you another Pokemon Unite replay commentary. This time, we're featuring Latias yet again, although mixing things up with an all-damage item set, and once again going Dragon Cheer instead of Mist Ball, my preferred moveset in general. I've been experimenting more with Dragon Cheer recently outside of Latios games, because I feel like the mobility it offers really helps shore up a lot of Latias' weaknesses. EJECT button also I'm trying this game instead of Potion, so I'm trying a very different set in general to my normal. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Leave a like, comment if you like, subscribe for more stuff like this in the future, and follow me on Twitch in the description below if you want to watch me play live, like I will probably be doing tonight. But before then, before any of that happens, we have a game to get to here. Both teams are balanced with a supporter, defender, and then 3 damage rolls. They have 2 attackers, we have 2 all-rounders, although one of our all-rounders is Suicune, who's sort of an attacker anyway. So what we're looking at here in this game is trying to make the most of our assets together. And what that means for me as Latias is Dragon Cheering people that are going to be frontlining, and then using the mobility from that to get Eon stacks off, hopefully. Laning with Machop, our goal is to keep him alive until 5. He's very, very weak until then. But 5 he really starts to come online, and then we can really start to turn on them. It's important to know in lanes like this what your power spike is. So for Latias, my power spike is 4, Machop, my power spike is 5. But Machop can't really do anything at 4, so our power spike really is Machop hitting level 5. So we're waiting on that more than anything else. And to get there, that means getting as much contested farm as possible. So we're showing up to anything that we can and doing our best to keep the enemy team from getting it and us getting it. Decidueye mid means that we're not going to really have a good mid laner until he hits level 7 as well. So really truly, So really truly we're looking to play around the Fire Spikes as a team. And yeah, he's pinging that the Azumarill is likely going bottom here, which means that we're freed up here. Oh no, the Azumarill did come top. That said, eject button would not have saved me there since the Whirlpool was all around me, and I would have ejected into that to try to get away. So I just didn't use it there. Their Potion would have been better. And Potion is generally better in lane. It's probably the best laning battle item, which is part of why I like it on Latias. You really want your supporters to be strong in lane if possible, and so something that can help with that is running Potion and running items that help, like Potion do. Like Potion does. Anyway, with Side Shock Espeon, their last hit's a lot better, so we're just looking to safely secure what we can. We managed to get 5 on Machop finally, developing into Machoke. So we'll see what he does with this time, with this power. Hopefully we can play a little more aggressively. Nope, that's okay. They do have a double ranged lane, so we do still want to play somewhat safe. With my Decidueye getting his 7 here, I decided to come help him mid. Just give him eyes, see what's going on in the area. No one started Drago yet, so it's free for us to take it if we would like it. The Azumarill in the area, but with the Suicune zoning him, he's having a hard time getting it in. Yep, and even without Razor Leaf, Decidueye can rip him fairly quickly with his basic attacks, so we managed to get the Drago there in decent time. I come back top again, help my lane partner. Here I could have considered collapsing bottom, but again, I want to play with this Machamp power spike as much as possible, and I just hit 6 myself, so I have my own power spike as well. He's hitting 7, so we have all our moves. Now it's just a matter of playing together and making it work, hopefully. That said, the Machamp is playing somewhat passively. Oh, he managed to almost grab someone. Not quite. He's letting me get last hits though, so I do appreciate that aspect of how he's playing. I tried to score seeing that the Hoopa was leaving. I thought Espeon might be leaving too, but alas, he is not. He does get a nice the Machoke gets a nice damage dodge off on the future side, thankfully. With just us two here, the Espeon's actually very vulnerable. The Machamp should be playing more actively here, especially with how low the Espeon's HP is. Yeah, we could have actually gotten the Espeon already, but instead his team has time to show up and defend him there. In situations like that, where you're 2v1, definitely I would recommend trying to make the use of whatever power you have and overwhelming the person that's there by themselves, because otherwise they're wasting twice as much time as your team is wasting just to be in the area. Zoom finishing stacks here, I decided to poke him a little bit, get some more Eon stacking done, go for the contested farm as well. Here I get both berries just to make sure he can't steal any, and with my ult he actually has taken a lot of damage and has to back off. Still, we'll get a few more Eon stacks off of him as he escapes. Oh, the Machamp is being such a gentleman here, letting me get all the farm that I possibly can. This is not always how I want my teammates to play, but in cases where we have the luxury to play this way, I prefer to, just to get the Eon stacks very nicely on the Latias. There I sort of fake out with the Dragon Shear going away before diving back in. Although here with my HP as low as it is, I do need to heal up, so I fall back some. Generally, again, this is what potions, the biggest difference between potion and eject button is going to be, is more often than not, you're going to be at a gap of HP between your damage and what you're doing, just, you know, casually playing your range. But with the whole team here, in the Umbreon ult, the Mamoswine is frontlining nicely. We push their pad some. They are down on numbers compared to us, and this is our opportunity now. I just block long enough for Sweeping to score, and even though I go down, it does mean we get both score pads taken, which is really nice here. At this point, we have only the objective top to do now, as far as objectives goes, so I am going there to help out. The Suicune being here by himself means that we have a hard time getting the objective done, but with enemy Pokemon here to fight, we have a new objective to think about instead as a possibility. Yeah, and we basically forced them out of the area. They have Hoopa Portal to get back pretty quickly, but this is our opportunity to start poking the objective some. I really would like to get the Steel. It's a very big buff. For those that don't know, Registeel gives you a buff that increases your attack and special attack for your team, which makes it just easier to fight, right? It means you're dealing more damage than they are, and you're more easily able to finish off low health targets. There we managed to use the walking of the Registeel to reset it before the Cinderace can burst it down, and he sort of sacrificed a lot of HP to get it as low as he had, so it means that he basically is doing a lot for us while not getting very much for himself. Not ideal for him. With the Regilucky coming up bottom, that's where our team is next headed. We have a huge lead at 3 minutes, which is really, really nice. It means that we're most likely to be ahead at Kyogre, so we can sort of afford to play a little more defensively going into the final 2 minutes of the match. There's no reason not to get the Lucky here, though, so this is a very good pickup for us. Gives us good XP as well to get us closer to 11 on ourselves and 12 on our teammates. Yeah, and we can see here the level differentials on the team is really huge, and the enemy team is having a hard time keeping up on KOs either. Here I'm just sort of scouting, giving vision in areas in the corners of the map, trying to pick up whatever little farm I can to get to 11 as quickly as possible. We also want to have at least one person near either goal pad, just in case they try to back cap at any point last second. Although with more of the team showing bottom, I decided it's best to make my way down there immediately. This does give the Azumarill a chance to score top since I've left, but at this point, as a supporter, I'd rather play with my team than be by myself, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, we are in the lead here even with the Azumarill scoring top, so there's no reason for us to be the first ones to hit Kyogre. We should just be playing safe, waiting for the enemy team to overextend, and then punishing them accordingly. As I pointed out before, I generally tend to get less stacks when playing Dragon Chair over Mist Ball, since Mist Ball gives you the free hit on them basically. It slows them down in a big area, allowing you to line up your Dragon Pulse really nicely. Dragon Cheer can help you get Eon stacks by dashing back and forth and being mobile, but not always. It just depends on the situation of the fight you're in. With the Azumarill diving on me, I jump back into the pit really quickly, breaking from the Azumarill when he can't really get on top of me. My goal here is just play as safely as possible. The battle is closer now since Azumarill scored, but since we have more pads than them, it's still most likely that we're in the lead. So, rather than panic, we just play safe, play steady, and with 3 of them down, we can actually look at taking the Kyogre here. Their only real threats to it are Hoopa and Espeon. But their last hit is no match for the Owl last hit on the arrow. The Hoopa did make a good try with Hyperspace Fury, but unfortunately he couldn't quite get through what we had going there. You also saw me attempt to use my ult there on him to try to skewer the Kyogre for the last hit as well. I've done that a few times in the past, and it's generally a good way to use your ult in the late game to damage wild Pokemon that normally you can't target. Yeah, at this point, Azumarill scoring bottom, they don't really have much of a chance. The game went long enough that once we got the Kyogre buffs, they have no chance to get him back, even if they wanted to, even if they could. They did get him a champ, so you can see how they were sort of beginning to turn the fight. But unfortunately, they just didn't have enough time. It was the end of the match, and that's usually what happens in situations like that. And yeah, that was a really good match for Dragon Cheer to cheer my teammates on to victory. I thought my team did really well that game. I appreciated the Machamp giving me last hits, even if he did play the lane a little passively. And yeah, it was a really solid match, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you being here, as ever. If there's anything else you would like to see me do in future videos, leave a comment, let me know. I'll consider any suggestions you guys give me. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Peace.